Imagination. The word has a range of meanings. It may conjure up a state of mind, like daydreaming, in which thoughts flow freely and particularly vivid or novel ideas occur. This kind of imagining can be purely private. It can take place unobserved inside a person's head. Imagination also evokes the intense creativity which goes into producing works of art. In this case, there is an outward expression, a product which communicates to others and may find a place within culture. Imagination may play a role in many thought processes, and creativity is part and parcel of many everyday activities. While imaginative activity is frequently individual, the idea of the artist working away isolated in the garret, it also has strong links to social interaction. For many adults, a major source of imaginative participation may be as the audience of a film, TV program, or drama production. But the process of engagement is no less important.
People seem to get some kind of a very basic excitement and engagement from seeing another person actually go through something imaginatively and being there in the same room. And film works in exactly the same way. We draw an audience into the imaginative world of somebody. You see in film, even in your classic Hollywood film with $1 million location, the amount of camera time given to headshots and shots of people thinking and feeling compared to shots of landscapes and things blowing up is quite remarkable. People want to see other people going through an imaginative process, reacting, responding, and feeling a particular situation.
For a musician like Javier Negrin, an unusual degree of imagination is indispensable.
Of course, imagination and how I use it and how it comes to me, it's an important part, and it also affects how I see my views of music directly. I mean, music is like filtered through me. I mean, there is a very important role that the performer plays in terms of imagination and the artistic qualities that one might be able to bring into a performance.
A first step in understanding imagination is to consider what psychological processes are involved. For instance, forming mental images. Artist Issam Korbaj.
My memories as a child will stay vividly in my mind. The color of the city appears every now and again in my paintings. There is a painting called Nostalgia, and all about the color, all about the air of that particular memory. Now, as a child, I used to love to lie down and look at these different shapes, and I could see that this is my open book, if you like. Here is a chance for me to imagine this is a cloud, or this is a horse, or this is a conversation, if you like. This endless possibilities.
One thing which is necessary for imagination is the capacity to mentally represent things. So the capacity to run through experiences that we've had, or indeed to think about experiences that we might have. So it's seeing things in the mind's eye, or indeed hearing them in the mind's ear. Imagination also involves, crucially, the capacity to conceive of one thing in terms of something else, to think symbolically. Imagination also requires the capacity to manipulate mental representations and to form new or novel things. So, for instance, a composer will work with familiar notes or familiar fragments of melody, but put them together to produce something which is completely new, and very often do that with a lot of fluidity. So he or she may generate not just one composition, but many different ones.
Issam assembles parts of everyday objects, often found in skips, to make sculptural forms which have a new identity. something which they were not before.
Generally speaking, my work is about this, the unconnectable, it's the personal connections, if you like. I'm sure that is for somebody else, these are not necessarily connectable things, but for me they do connect because they reflect particular memories. I like the idea of each experience has its own presence, but connecting it to another experience, the juxtaposition of two.
Imagination, then, involves the capacity to represent images in the mind, to think symbolically and to operate flexibly, generating novel ideas and outputs.